You can't ever judge a book by its cover. That's really the translation of our Mishnah. Don't judge a book by its cover. I was a yeshiva bocher. I was 17 years old. I had one day that it was Bein Hastarim, and I took my money, $7, all that I had, to the Lower East Side, because I wanted to buy a Sefer, Torah's B'nai Yissaschar, from the great din of a Rebbe. And I went. Finally, I found it in a store. And I came over with the Sefer to the counter. And I asked the moicher, I asked the person, I would like to buy the Sefer. And I took out my $7. He opened up the Sefer, and he said, I'm sorry, the Sefer cost $8. He didn't know I didn't have enough. He didn't know that I had to save up those $7. I felt horrible. I came down to the Lower East Side just to buy that Sefer. And so I realized, and I said, oh, okay, thank you. I'll put the Sefer back. Put the Sefer back on the shelf. I started walking out. This might seem crazy, but I still remember myself walking out. All of a sudden, when I opened the door and took a step to leave, he calls me back. And there was a woman also behind the counter. Maybe it was his Rebbetzin. And they called me back. And they took a Sefer from underneath the counter. And they said, this is a Sefer B'nai Yissaschar. However, it's defective. It's damaged. The first page starts on page 360. There are double prints inside. One page is on top of the other. There are a few pages that are completely missing. However, at a page Lamed Gimel, it begins, 33, it begins. And most of the Sefer is regular from that point on. Then they showed me the opening of the Sefer, the price that they marked on there, $7. Took out my $7. I put it on the counter. They gave me the Sefer. They asked me if I needed to have a bag. The truth is, I wasn't going to leave that Sefer out of my hands. And I took it. For years and years, it was more precious to me than any Sefer that I owned, because that Sefer was a Sefer that didn't look so nice. That Sefer is a Sefer that others would say, puzzle, it's invalid. Too many double print pages. How could you get a Sefer like that? But I got a Sefer. A few years ago, a wonderful yeshiva wanted to honor me, and I acceded. And when they honored me, they told me that they would like to buy me, since I had quoted the B'nai Yissaschar, a huge new volume of the B'nai Yissaschar that just came out, leather bound, and put my name in gold. I told them, it is a beautiful idea, and I love it. But Hashem Yisparach gave me a special one, and I would not replace it for all the money in the world. Rabbi Isai, I ask you, don't judge a book by its cover.